All right, so last weekend on the radio, I interviewed our next guest, and when I found what he was doing is to be so interesting. It's fascinating. I wanted everybody in the live stream to get a chance to hear just how far technology has come in the way of air conditioning, specifically air conditioning in RVs. Doug Curtis, thank you for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me, Alan.
You betcha. So you're with a company called Soft Start USA. I know that we don't have a lot of time, but let's cover kind of the high points of what your company has that's making the lives of RVers, especially in the summertime, so much better.
Well, basically, we have a product that's called a Soft Start RV. And what it does, it's an accessory product that fits onto your RV rooftop air conditioner and allows you to do three different things, basically. One, you could park it in your driveway or your son's driveway or your neighbor's driveway or anybody you're going to visit. And usually when you plug your RV in, it flips a switch because it can't handle the power of starting an air conditioner because it takes such a big jolt of power.
Right.
It flips the switch. So it smooths out that power. Number two, if you're going camping at a campground and they don't have a 50-amp circuit, you could up to a 30-amp circuit and plug it and start your conditioner with a soft start attached to it, and it starts right up no matter whatever the load is you have on your air conditioner in your RV. So it enables you to start two air conditioners if you have one on a 30-amp campground pole. And then lastly, significantly, in fact, I have a story about somebody right there in Texas today, but basically a lot of people have to go boondocking. Now, it could be going out to those island shore in Texas. This man wanted to go to the beach there, but he had a 34-foot trailer. He needs to use a small Honda generator, but unfortunately, as convenient as that small Honda generator is, it won't start your air conditioner on your trailer unless you have this little RV accessory, again, which smooths power spike.
Doug, what does it look like? If I'm going to look at it, hold it in my hand or whatever, what does this soft start device, can you describe it for me if you would, please?
Sure, I can. If you think of a box, a rectangular box, that you can hold it in your hand, it weighs less than 2 pounds. It's about 4 inches by 7 inches by 4 inches. So a 4 by 4 little rectangle. It's waterproof, so it doesn't, get exposed to the elements up there underneath your rooftop conditioner. It goes installed in there. So it's very small. It fits inside the cover of your rooftop air conditioner. So it has 5 wires.
We're going to talk a little bit. I got a couple of calls to play. We got another video. I'm going to surprise you with a video that I've got. So it's a good surprise. I'll just tell you that. So there's nothing worse, I think, than going RVing and just cooking in your travel trailer, your fifth wheel, and your little device. I don't want to call it a gadget because that belittles it. Your super device, little box called a Soft Start, will make those hot trips bearable when people can actually run both air conditioners off of 30-amp service. So I just think it's awesome. Is this something that I can install on my own, or do I have to have a technician help me do it?
Well, we have thousands of people that install it on their own if they're somewhat handy. If you don't want to get on your roof, and that's 13 feet up, because, maybe of your age or your weight, or you just don't feel comfortable up there, any RV technician can do it. We do have a support team. So we have 3 guys. Actually, 2 of the guys used to work for Domenic years ago, working in the air conditioning arena. And they provide technical support. So you're going to get up on the roof. You can watch video online, has the diagram. They walk you through these 7 to 8 steps, depending on the model of the air conditioner, and they talk you through it. Okay, there's 5 wires. Let's hook up wire number 1 right through wire number 5. So it takes about a half an hour to 45 minutes, and if you don't feel like that, you can obviously call an RV technician or take it to a dealer and they can install it for you.
It sounds very, very, very simple for somebody with average technical skills. Now, we got a phone call, and this was kind of it's a really good question, because I know your soft start little unit is like $300, give or take some, and we can talk about that in a few minutes. But we got Rusty calling from Texas, so go ahead and play that call.
Okay.
Hi, Alan. Thanks for taking my call. I'm Rusty Gilmore from Houston, Texas, and this question is for Mike Sokol or Doug Curtis. I'm looking at the soft start, and I'm pretty handy. As I'm doing my research, why can't I buy a $27 capacitor and use that instead? I mean, pretty handy. Why would I spend $300 or, whatever the special is? Thank you very much.
That's a good question, I think. I mean, why?
That's a great question. In fact, Mike Sokol, he mentioned Mike Sokol entered a question on our, I think sometime in the past couple of weeks. The soft, what he's talking about is a hard start capacitor, and it can jump start a low power situation for an air conditioner, but it really drives a lot of power, which is exactly what you don't want when you have, let's say, a small generator. It's going to overpower and trip it off. So it's not that type of device, which if it was that, I'd be glad to sell it. I mean, I sold over 200 different types of products when I ran the marketing for. So I'm out to make smart buyers smarter. I'm not out to say, hey, I think you need to spend 10 times what you need to spend.
Okay, hang on, Doug.
A lot of science.
Not to jump in, but I got to jump in. You probably don't know this. We don't know each other very well, but I'm a pretty skeptical person. So when I started hearing all these claims about the soft start and how it works, I'm going, you know what? I can find out real quick if this thing is legit. And Rusty just mentioned Mike Sokol's name. Mike's been on the show a bunch of times. He is probably, I think, the smartest human being on planet Earth when it comes to all things RV electricity related.
Yes,
and I just happen to have a little video clip that I shot a couple of days ago. So it's real short, but I think you're going to like what this genius says about your product. So go ahead and run it, Shmai. You know, Mike, when I first heard about this soft start thing, it almost sounded too good to be true, but I knew that if anybody could kind of sort through the fluff, it would be you. What are your thoughts? I mean, what do you think about this soft start system?
Well, I happen to know a lot about motor controllers. I mean, I have done this stuff for 40 plus years. And so when I first heard about this, I was curious. I talked to some of the engineering people a little bit about how it worked, just to make sure it wasn't snake oil. And it is, in fact, the real deal. It truly is. It's not too good to be true. It actually works as advertised.
Have you tested it? You've actually put it through the Mike Sokol field testing, so to speak?
Mike Sokol, right. I now have my laboratory up and running full tilt, and I got no place to go, so you know how that is. So I, in fact, did an experiment over the last week where I've compared its amperage draw to the standard starting capacitor in a Penguin 2 15,000 BTU air conditioner. And it allows me to start it on a little Honda E2200 generator, inverter generator. But more importantly, I was able to procure and grab data graphs that I can show that the current is like half of what it would normally be during that startup cycle.
Are you looking? I'm pulling up that graph right now. Just real quickly, the top is what? It talks about the
top is a stock unit that you got from the factory. So there's something that's called a starting capacitor in there, and that's what kind of gives the thing a big kick in the butt to get it started. And you'll hear them go thwunk.
Yep.
And that's what that is. And so you can see I measured 52 amperes of peak current for, 150 milliseconds or so. Mm-hmm. And that's what normally trips breakers and trips generators and such. And what the soft start technology does is it chops up that cycle, and then it kind of like smooths it in. So you can kind of think it's kind of like an automatic transmission, it just kind of gives you this smooth startup. And you can see it's cut the current in half, so it's 24 amps maximum peak current.
Wow.
There's always going to be some kind of a thing. But what it does is it spreads it out over a longer time. So instead of doing a little kapow for a sixth of a second. It does kind of a whoosh for 1/3 of a second. So I figured this was going to happen, but this is a brand new technology I just invented to be able to measure this. I can measure up to 192,000 data points a second and down to a couple of part per million accuracy with this thing. This
Folks,
thing
I got to tell you, Mike
it's a
Sokol
real
is the
deal.
smartest human being probably on planet Earth when it comes to electricity. If anybody knows about the soft start and the technical part of it, Mike does. So what's your biggest takeaway with soft start? How is that going to affect and revolutionize, make RVing better for the average person?
I think it's a game changer. We have a lot of people that want to go ahead and even run the basic parts of their RV off of limited power. There's a thing, what do they call it, mooch docking, where you're kind of in your neighbor's driveway or your parents' driveway or whatever. You don't have a big RV pedestal to connect it, but yet you want to run some air conditioning. Normally you wouldn't be able to do that, but that allows you to do this. And you also don't need bigger generators. You can run it on smaller generators. It's easy to carry. So in terms of boondocking and being able to take this out, in places where you couldn't normally, one of the really big things is you can, in fact, start and run two rooftop air conditioners off of a single 30-amp pedestal outlet, which is unheard of.
You know, I mentioned that to a couple of people, and they said, "Oh, that's bull. There's no way you can do that." But you're telling me absolutely, positively, it can be done.
Yeah. It can. And I've been doing other experiments on circuit breakers to see how they trip. In fact, I've been doing the fun stuff where I'm taking a pair of pliers and just arcing across it and measuring the currents so that I understand this better. So these new tools that I just developed give me a better way, a deeper level of understanding. I think I can look at these curves, these amperage curves, better than the manufacturers can right now. And so I don't know that they know how good their technology is, but it really is fabulous. It truly is. It does exactly what they say it does.
All right, so I don't know about you, Doug, but I was pretty impressed with it. I can honestly say, from everything Mike said, I don't understand a lot of it, but from what I did understand, it makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, and if he says it works, I believe him.
You know, it's really a great testimony from Mike. I really appreciate. I mean, I don't understand all the things that he talks about, but you know, he is a scientist. I mean, so I got to go with that.
Mike is not. To say he's a geek is a real understatement. This guy he's so super smart. That's why, you know, when I told him I wanted to visit with him, he's like, heck yeah. I mean, he's like a mad scientist. He does all those kind of experiments. He says, Alan, I put it through the ringer. He says it's an awesome product. And, you know, I was going to ask again, go back to the difficulty in installing the product, but we have another telephone call, another voicemail we got from somebody. Let's go ahead and play that one. Go ahead.
Hello, this is Ron Smith calling from North Georgia, and my comment is for Doug Curtis of Soft Start RV. Fantastic product, 5 wires, great instructions, shows your diagram, shows your capacitor, your compressor, how to hook it up. I have bought 2 of them, used one. The first one took 45 minutes to install from start to finish. The second one only took 20 minutes. Absolutely amazing. I am running a 15K air conditioner in my RV in my driveway on a 50-foot, 14-gauge, 2-conductor, 15-amp circuit cable. Unbelievable. Starts up without a thump. You don't even know it's running. It comes on like a fan. Thank you very much for this product.
Hey, Doug, I have a question, though. I mean, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, but that's kind of my job. What about voiding a Dometic warranty, or Coleman, voiding the warranty on the AC if I've got, you know, still under warranty?
If you're under warranty, Dometic nor the 2 major manufacturers, of course, are Air Excel, Coleman, and Dometic. Neither of those companies will accept. In other words, if you're using a soft start, that they say it will void their warranty if you call them up. However, what we've done is we've said, you know what? We know, as Mike explained, we know that because this soft start
it works,
creates less stress on the compressor, that it's not going to have a problem for your compressor. so much so that we'll stand behind it. And if we can determine that our product caused some problem with air conditioner, we'll buy the air conditioner. We'll repair it. That's how strong we believe in the product.
Doug, we have somebody in the live stream that was saying, well, why don't manufacturers put this on all RVs? When they buy, you buy a new RV. And I literally, while we were watching Mike's video, I just responded. I said, because it costs money. Most people don't think that they need it until they realize, oh my gosh, right. I have to have it.
That's exactly the reason. Now, I worked for over 10 years. So I know what it's like when manufacturers are making a product. They're competing against Air Excel and Atwood. And so if they add cost to their unit, they many times can't compete. Plus, they know that many people don't have an application for it because they are, really just trying to produce a product that says, hey, it's going to keep you cool. It won't keep you cool in your driveway if you're running off a small amp. It won't keep you if you're trying to run 2 amps on a 30-amp circuit, or it won't help you if you're trying to start a Honda generator. So they're just trying to make a product that provides a function
that hits
and not
the masses. Your product doesn't hit. It could be good for everybody, but the people that really need it in about 30 seconds or less, and then we're going to start to wrap this up. Who's the perfect person that needs the soft start, Doug Curtis? Describe who that person is.
It's actually 2 different types of RVers. It could be the guy with the big rig who has 2, 3, or 4. Could be a fifth wheel, where they're trying to run multiple air conditioners on a 30 amp. It's definitely for that guy. It's also for the guy that has the small trailer. He could have an Airstream, could have another trailer that's smaller, and he doesn't want to carry a big heavy generator, and he wants to be able to camp on the beach like a guy I told you about from Texas.
And stay comfortable.
Or he wants to be able to camp in the mountains, and he needs to run off a smaller generator, and the smaller generator won't start the air conditioner. So it solves all those 3 problems. So there's really nobody that it doesn't work for.
Okay, so I got this at the last minute. I see that you sent over, we've got some kind of a special deal, and I think the graphics girl has got a link she's going to put up and some kind of a discount. Sure. And I don't know what it is, but tell me and the listeners and viewers what the quote-unquote special is for soft start.
Okay, well, as like that caller Russ said, it does retail for $299. But we said, hey, we're grateful to come here, so we said, hey, we'll give a special of $30 up to $50 off, depending on how many units. So if you want 1 or 2 units, it's $30 off, or $60 off 2 units. Or if you need 3 or more, it's $50 off. So I hope that is attractive enough. I mean, it's the best price in the industry.
Yeah, that sounds like a great deal to me. So what is it when I get it? How does it come? Describe it. I mean, is it bubble wrapped?
It comes in a box, 5 inches by 5 inches by 8 inches. Right, so it's smaller than a box. It comes by UPS. It usually takes 2 to 3 days. When you open the box, there's an accessory kit with all the things that you need for crimping or the tie wraps, all the things that you need around the Home Depot to find in order to connect the 5 wires. So all of it, that's free. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee, warranty, send it back if you're not happy for some reason. It also has all the free tech support if you want to call the guy to walk you through it on the roof, all the videos, everything else is free. It also has an extra, it has a 1-year free warranty and an additional extended 2-year warranty if you call up and register online. So
that's awesome. A 2-year warranty?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'm standing behind the product. I mean, I believe in the product. I got great tech support.
I just think it is. I think it is fabulous. We get, been doing the show for going on 4 years and get a lot of people that say, we got something I want to talk with you about. And I'm very hesitant about putting people on and talking about, I don't do that. That's not the kind of show that we do. But yours was so interesting, and it's truly revolutionary. It's going to change the way many RVers in the South decide that they can't camp because it's too dang hot. And now the solution is there. Their problem is solved with a soft start. So we're going to put up a link to where people can go ahead and they can order it now if they want, or get more information. And thank you for the discount. Thanks for sharing your story. I mean, you're going to make a lot of people happy out there, Doug.
I'm trying to make smart buyers smarter. I mean, I'm trying to find the right products and make people enjoy the mobile lifestyle. It's fun.
Well, I think you're doing it. Thank you so much, and let's reconnect before long. What do you think?
I'd like to do something in the future, maybe to have a few more stories with people that are enjoying it, or maybe we could do a contest or something.
I was going to ask you, do you, and we'll talk about this off air, obviously, and I probably shouldn't talk about it on air, but you wouldn't mind if we had one and gave it away to our listeners, viewers? You wouldn't mind if we did something?
Absolutely. We can talk. Call me tomorrow.
All right, we will figure something out. Got the link on the screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Best of luck to you, and we'll talk real soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Adios. I got to tell you something, folks. I love technology, how it's making our lives so much more comfortable. If you'd like to learn more about the Soft Start product, or just go ahead and order one or two and get the bigger discount, they're giving us, obviously, a deal for our listeners and viewers. Just go to softstartusa.com/wingman. That would be me. softstartusa.com/wingman. You can get all the information in order right there.